I have been back from my thru hike for like 6 weeks now, almost 6 weeks. And I have been sad. So we're just gonna go down this list of things that I am doing to get myself out of this slump. Today we are going to talk about overcoming the post-trail blues, post-trail depression. I have been back from my thru hike for like 6 weeks now, almost 6 weeks. And I have been sad. Not necessarily in a like all-consuming, all-out way, but I just have not been able to tap into the same joy that I had on trail or at home before trail. I've been in the blues. I've been deep in my blues. And this has come out in a couple different ways. Like some days, yeah, I am just crying. But other days it just like feels muted or mellow. Just like, yeah, a little melancholy. My sister called me. Hopefully the lighting is still good. I think what I was saying was not to put a bunch of disclaimers on myself. I do think it's important to feel your feelings. That's actually step one on my process. And, feel your emotions without trying to change them. I think you're allowed to grieve this. I think you're allowed to grieve anything, honestly. You're allowed to be sad about things being over. I talked to my friend who got married earlier this summer, and she was super sad when it was done. Not because she does not love her husband, and she's super excited for their life together, but she spent like a year planning, and then it was over. And I think there's so much like excitement leading up to the hike, and then you're actually on it. And there were definitely days on trail that I did not want to be there. I was ready to be done, and I know that. I logically know that in my head now, that near the end, I was so excited to be back home, but that doesn't mean I'm not allowed to miss it. Both can be true. It's not black and white. You're allowed to be sad about things when they're over. And this is something that my therapist actually said to me. It wasn't advice, it was more of a challenge. Feel your feelings without trying to change them. Sit in the grief, cry, get mad and angry and anxious, and just like kind of let it happen. It doesn't need to consume you. I think that's like an important, just like in general, you don't have to react to all of your emotions, but you should feel them. And some days for me, that has been just like driving and crying. And some days it's just kind of feeling tired or just like a little sad or lack of motivation. And all of these things that I have written down as kind of like advice, steps, things that we're going to do to help get us out of this slump, you can do regardless of how you're feeling. And if you've never hiked, like, I don't know, maybe you're watching this video and you didn't go for a thru hike, hopefully this is still good advice for you. I don't know you. I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, you're allowed to be sad. So we're just gonna go down this list of things that I am doing to get myself out of this slump. This post-trail blues. And as I said, it's not about not feeling the grief. I'm not trying to mask over it. I think that's a really important lesson that a lot of people learn on trail. When you're like so tired that you can't control your emotions, you're just like, this is how I am today. Like I am just crying down the trail, or I'm just irritated, or just like there is no filter when you're that exhausted. These are just things I I personally have a tendency sometimes to get trapped in my own emotion. We can feel our feelings without trying to change them while still coping with them. It all works. It can all work together. So I'm trying to recognize that I have grief that demands to be felt and deserves to be felt, and I am going to feel it. But I can also do things to make this process easier and make it better for me and more meaningful. And that's what this list is. This is what we're going to do together today. This is what we're going to do together today. Honestly, though, this is filmed over several days because filming takes a lot of energy and time, and I don't have a lot of energy. I have a lot of time. I'm not doing my job as much as I need to be doing my job. So we're going to go through. Right now, I have 7 steps written down. Technically, we already did the first one, though. Check that off. Step 2. Step 2. You're gonna grab some paper or your phone or whatever you can to record some thoughts. And we're gonna gain some clarity on this situation. Because we can't just like willy-nilly around. We need actionable steps. I think it makes it a lot easier to have a vision. Because otherwise, I don't know about you, but I just was like laying around waiting to not feel bad. And I think it's nice more so to like, have some idea of what we're looking for, what we need. Because what I'm doing might actually not be what's best for you. Crazy idea right there. But we need to gain some clarity. And this little exercise is based off of something my friend Emma, trail name Tundra, told me on trail, which is what you miss is your priorities. Like that is what matters to you. And that felt really good on trail to like have a life back here that I was missing so deeply, to know that the things that were coming up are things that really matter to me. And it's been really nice coming back and knowing exactly how I want to prioritize my time. So we're going to do this for both. And I'll dive into this feeling and emotion a little bit later because this is like kind of a how to help video and also a little bit of a journal. We're experimenting. I don't know my creative style on YouTube yet, but I did this the other day. I'm not going to share everything with you. But I wrote down what I missed on trail and what I missed from trail. And this doesn't have to be like a one-time experiment. This is something that you can like kind of keep a running tally when things pop in your head. But I have a list of all of the things that I missed on trail that I honestly have been trying to prioritize more. But this like just having it laid out has helped me be way more mindful about cherishing these things, like showers. I love a shower. Having access to a nail clipper all the time. Lovely. Spending time with Indy, my dog, who's asleep over there, the cutest little boy ever. There are a lot of things that I maybe haven't been cherishing as much in the 6 weeks I've been back. But I also think that there are things that I miss from trail that I can call into my life now. Some of them I can't. I can't walk 12 hours a day every day. How? First off, my body is not in a place to go out and through hike again right now. I'm in like recovery mode. I don't want to walk 12 hours a day every day. But there are things from your hike that can be brought home with you and should be brought home with you. You can't pretend like it didn't happen. It's not like a little like break in the middle of your life. I mean, technically it is a vacation, but you're different now. Everyone's different every day. And this experience changed you. You're probably gone for months. And you're allowed to bring the trail home with you. That doesn't mean that you need to cowboy camp outside your living situation every night. That doesn't mean that you have to go 2 or 3 weeks without showering. I would actually highly recommend that you don't do that. But there are ways to you can bring trail home with you. I keep on running out of phone storage, so we're just laying on the couch now. Grab your paper, grab a pen, grab your emotional support animal, and just get so honest with yourself. They don't have to be deep. You can miss eating Nerds gummy clusters at 8 in the morning. Not everything needs to be something that you want to bring back into your life with you. I cannot record like this the whole time. Just write down these things, no judgment, just kind of free flow. And then sit down and just get some clarity about what maybe the main themes are. A big thing for me was slowness and simplicity. Having a slower, less busy life sounds really nice. And connecting with others, that's another big one. So we're just getting data. You're getting clarity on the situation. And then we're finding ways, looking at that list, and we're going to find some ways that we can call in the trail. And that is kind of, honestly, a lot of the rest of them, maybe. A lot of the rest of the things are invoke the emotions that I'm missing from trail. Even if it's not, go backpacking, sleep on the ground. So go do that, or maybe do it later, and we're gonna keep on going. About 2 weeks into my hike, I dove into an alpine lake and felt the fresh, cool water rush down my skin. I broke through the surface and immediately burst into tears because my dog wasn't behind me. When I first started my hike, I woke up in the morning and I longed to sit on the couch with a hot, fresh cup of coffee in my hands and my best friends around me, for my dog walking by my side, for my mountain bike and my running vest and fresh fruit. I missed my town and my favorite coffee shops and the mountains I call home. The day I met Tundra on trail, we connected over our longing for the San Juans, me, Durango, and her, Leadville. Trail was beautiful, and we were so privileged to be out there, but we both had lives we loved that we couldn't wait to get back to. We wanted more difficult trails and runs and summits and our friends. She shared with me what a friend had told her earlier in her hike. What you miss on trail shows you your priorities, what truly matters to you. It's something I repeated to myself often on hard days. It's okay to be lonely, to miss my dog and my people and comfort and rest, to miss just sitting in one place with no need to move, nowhere to be, no terminus calling for me to get closer, crafts and clean skin and a shirt that I don't hate, connection and conversation with people who know and love me deeply, to be well-fed and strong and energized, to have support, people to take care of me when I'm just too tired to do it myself. On trail, it gave me things to look for, feelings to create for myself, ways to take what I was missing and give it back to myself. It gave me a direction for when I got home, showed me where I needed to be, what I needed to let go of from before. A month after finishing my hike, and I'm sitting here telling myself the opposite. What you miss from trail shows you your priorities. The simplicity, waking with the sun, quiet moments of bliss, unexpected friendship and trail magic, days so full they felt like weeks. Trailside naps in the sun and views that brought me to tears. Deep belly laughs with people I might never see again, and the freedom from caring about appearances. The joy from working my body into exhaustion and the satisfaction after a long day. The overwhelming joy found in the simplest of things, like water you don't have to filter, delicious trailside berries, a lukewarm free soda, or clean socks. The goofiness that only comes with being alone with just your mind for entertainment in the woods for weeks on end. The emotional rawness that gave me hell also freed me from self-restraint, from being unapologetically myself. Never really rushing, but a slow satisfaction at progressing down trail. Just one simple goal, to get a little closer to Canada every day. These are what truly matter to me. It's something I'm finding myself thinking of when the blues creeps in. Trail showed me where I want to go, how I want to live, what I need to call in that wasn't there before. My priorities haven't shifted or changed, they've uncovered themselves, a common thread begging me to weave all the pieces together to create a full life, connective and silly and meaningful, full of mornings with friends, alpine lake swims with my dog, dancing down trails, simple and slow, and intentionally continuing to find the things that light a fire in me and prioritizing them in my life wherever I go. Taking the things I long for, not as a desire to go back, but as an invitation to move forward. We've got no plans. I did cry on the way out here, but I'm not crying now. So I think that this feels like it's been super helpful. It's really nice, actually. Right, Indy? Hi. Yeah, are we enjoying this? Yeah, I should be doing my job, or I'd like to do my job so that I can be earning money, because I haven't earned money in a couple months, but it feels good to just like sit in the mountains and enjoy this, because next week these leaves will all be dead and these mountains will look moldy, and it's nice to feel the sun and just like relax outside. It's something I couldn't do on trail. My phone ran out of storage, which I feel like is a good indicator as it approaches noon that we should start heading back towards Durango and do a little work today, maybe. This is all about finding balance, not escaping real life, but finding a way to integrate it all together. He called his daddy. Ah! We're biking the mile to the grocery store instead of driving, because this is a 2-for-1. I'm going just to get chocolate chips so that I can bake cookies. So we're getting our movement and our sweet treat and our sunshine all in one sweet little package. And communication, connection, because it's the bike path and everyone says hi to each other and it's really sweet. So I'm gonna focus. Number 3 is to keep the sweet treats rolling in. And that doesn't necessarily have to be food. I am making cookies right now. But this is something that I think we get so conditioned to on trail that it's like, ooh, 3 days and then I'm gonna be in Stehekin and I'm gonna get a cinnamon roll or whatever random thing that we start craving in town. Give those to yourself now. And it doesn't have to be all the time. We don't want to do overload. But I worked a couple hours today and I told myself when I needed a break from work, I would go and buy chocolate chips and make cookies. Because that was one, outside time. I got to see the sun and take a break. I also get to eat delicious cookies. Honestly, all I want right now is the cookie dough. But whether it's food or breaks or movies, or yeah, whatever it is, like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing and then I get to go on a hike in 3 days or whatever. That's what I'm planning for myself. I've been planning like little nature excursions as my little sweet treat. So give yourself a sweet treat. You probably, like me, I thankfully think I'm at the point that like I've gained all my weight back, but depending on how long ago you finished and how your metabolism is, you might need to gain weight. Make yourself some cookies or cake or just like a special little drink at home. Keep the sweet treats rolling in, because your mind is used to those little rewards, and find ways to reward yourself for what you're doing. Cue the baking montage. You also don't have to make your sweet little treat. You can buy it. I enjoy baking it. So like the act of making it is a sweet little treat all in itself. I kind of feel like this is like tricking your brain. For however long you were on trail, you had all of these like sweet little treats laid out for you. Whether it was like, okay, in 3 days I get into town and then I get a shower, or I get a lemonade, or I get like a meal, a hot meal or a cookie or a bed, whatever it is. And it's kind of addicting. You work really hard for a couple days and then you get a reward for it. Even just the getting to a town, being like, oh my God, I made it to Snoqualmie, I made it to Stehekin. Like having those towns lined up, it just feels like these little goals that are such instant gratification. And now you're just like free flowing in the world and you need to give yourself those goals. So finding little ways to do that, for me today, it was making myself cookies. I have scheduled that if I work on Monday and Tuesday, I can go hiking on Wednesday. Like plan it out. That might feel silly, but plan out little rewards for living your life. I think most people do that on a normal basis anyways, but I think we need it especially now. Give yourself rewards, give yourself something to work for and something to look forward to. My goal was to get like right here. We're going to a lake that's like somewhere in there. But I made a rookie mistake and I forgot snacks. I have backpacking meals, which is not what I want right now. Right now I want a chocolate sprinkled donut. So I might just have to suck it up and eat some ramen. There's also like, it's been snowing a little bit. And there's some dark clouds, so we might just stop at the lake, do what we need to do, and head home because I don't want to get stuck in the rain. This is supposed to be fun. Also, my shoulder hurts, so. Depression can't hit a moving target, which is the TikTok trend. I didn't make that up. It's people dancing till you only get what you give. Fantastic. Bleh. Fantastic song to dance to, but there's reality in that. Moving your body makes you feel good. It makes you feel better. That is scientifically proven. And you don't need to be running at all. You don't need to be running at all. You don't need to be like running a marathon or lifting heavy weights. But in my head, we all got like a little neurotransmittically addicted to thru hiking. Like you get used to the like neurotransmitter bump every day from hiking 12 hours plus a day. And there's no way to recreate that and you shouldn't try. But moving your body is going to feel good, especially like I'm finding that if I don't, I get really stiff and I just feel icky. So in whichever way that looks for you, whether that's going on a hike like I am right now, or I've just been like dancing in my living room or doing like YouTube videos for yoga classes that are like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Move your body, reconnect with it, stretch with it. Remember that you probably are still in recovery mode. Give your body like grace and rest and recovery, but like sitting on the couch isn't helping you. I hate to say it. I just spent 3 days not moving my body and I got really sad and I was like, why is that? It's because I was a couch potato. So I do think with anything, it's really easy to do like all or nothing where you're like, I'm gonna do these hard workouts every day so that I don't get sad. And that's not the point. Remember, feelings are meant to be felt. This is not like avoidance, but It feels good to like reconnect to your body. Stretch a little, do some yoga, do something fun, go mountain biking. It doesn't have to be hard, but depression can't hit a moving target. So get that little brain bump from those neurotransmitters. Find a little joy in movement, whatever that may be. The sun feels so good right now. I feel like I just feel greasy and dull and bland in the sun. I feel like a little lizard getting rejuvenated. Number 5 is avoid overstimulation, which is what I'm feeling right now. I think it's so easy to get stuck in your phone, and I know that's a really funny thing to say. Oh, my hair is too tight. I know that is a funny thing to say on a YouTube video when I'm clearly hoping people will watch this. But it's so easy. I think on trail, a lot of people experience that in towns. I just feel like a lot of times we were sitting in towns and people would be like, oh, I got sucked into my phone. And I think getting back into the world, especially when you're tired and you're like, oh, I'm tired and I'm bored, it's easy to scroll, especially when you're like trying to rest and maybe not like doing your normal activity level. It's like so easy to overconsume. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I've found myself, like, I always have my headphones on and I'm listening to music or a podcast. I feel like I'm seeking a source of constant entertainment. And it's not necessarily because it's like quiet and empty. I'm used to things being quiet and empty. That was like I hiked solo. Like I was just alone with my whole thoughts. I didn't have headphones. So I'm like used to that. I don't really know. I think it's just like, it kind of feels nice to have that. But it's easy to get really sucked in. So, and I clearly am struggling with it too. So this is what I'm doing to help with my overstimulation. These might not work for you, but I would say try to catch yourself. Like I've just caught myself a couple of days being like, ooh, I've just scrolled for a while. I have the like 15-minute timer on my phone, but I can bypass it. But if I'm like noticing that I'm over consuming media and it's not feeling good, or I'm scrolling for a long time, or it's like just automatic like hyperfixation, I've been trying to avoid when possible. Like I'm not taking my headphones or my phone on walks when I'm walking indie, and trying to leave my phone places, like if I'm going to the bathroom or if I'm cooking, just not having my phone. And then I've been trying to choose the lesser of the evils. So if I'm catching myself like over consuming on TikTok or Instagram, instead I'm swapping to like a movie or a podcast or like a YouTube video. So longer form content that's not like quick little bites. It's way easier to be like, okay, I watched that movie, I'm done, when I'm like, I more so listen to movies while I'm working or like doing stuff around the house. I'll just like listen to it. But after I do one, I don't really want a second one. I would say that is the perk of movies over TV shows too. Like it's way easier to get sucked into a TV show and watch like 8 episodes than it is to watch like an hour and a half long movie. So yeah, avoid overstimulation. Try to have a little self-restraint. Make a menu of other things you can do when you want to reach for your phone. Be like, okay, you can scroll, but we're going to read a chapter of our book first. Or I've been trying to write more. So it's like, okay, when I wake up in the morning, instead of scrolling on my phone, I'm actually going to write, or I'm going to take Indy out. Please stop licking yourself. You're going to get hairball. You're going to get hairball. Crocheting, like do something and put your phone down, get away from it, It will make you feel so much better. That's the end of this one. Go touch grass. Lastly is connection. I just spent the morning hanging out with one of my friends, and then I'm gonna bake a cake, which will be on a different video actually, and then go hang out with my other friend tonight. And I think, yeah, finding community and connection and remembering that there are people where you live that you love, hopefully. I don't know, maybe you moved after trail. I feel like a lot of people did. But there's people you haven't met yet that you're gonna love in the place that you live. And also I think it's important to like stay connected to your trail friends. I didn't have a tramily. I hiked solo, but I feel like everyone I met was part of my tramily. So I've been trying to like message here and there. Hopefully one of my friends is gonna come visit. I've already gotten to see one trail friend pull through. So yeah, stay connected. Remember like joy in human interaction. I get really overwhelmed still. Like I just went to the grocery store and I needed to lay down for an hour afterwards because there was like so much going on. But remembering that like a lot of my favorite moments on trail were like unexpected connections and talking to people, and all of the friendship, and that exists off a trail too. There's a lot of fun and friends to be had. So go talk to people. Small talk, coffee shops, bike trails, hikes. Call your friends from trail, call your friends from home. Like, you're not alone. And it feels really good to have like shared sentiments with my fellow thru hikers, that like we're all kind of in this post-trail slump, and it's made me feel a lot less alone and a lot less like shameful and judgmental for feeling this way. And then it also feels good to like reconnect to people that I was missing, and I'm excited to like hopefully make some new friends back home now that I'm like here and settled, to like start branching out and meeting new people. I already feel like I have a little bit, so connect. I think that's about all I have to say. I feel like this might be a long video, hopefully not. I've never done something like this before, so I hope that it was helpful to you. Maybe I think it was helpful to me to make this, and like forced me to go out and do things solely so that I could record them. I was gonna do them anyways, but it just made me feel a lot more intentional about it. I'm definitely feeling a little bit less blue, I'd say. We're on the up and up. Yeah, I still miss my hike. I still miss my hiking friends. But I'm feeling, oh, that was a lot here. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about where life is going. So stay tuned. We'll see. Happy trails. It's going to get better. We're all okay. Hopefully. We're all going to be fine. It's all okay. Don't sweat it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. That's not how I want to start this. I sounds real dumb. I should do that again. I have so much hair. Oh God, why am I nervous? It's okay. I'm fine.